1. Introduction. My name is Olivia. I am 21 years old. I live with my mother, Frankie. My father left us when I was 10. Since that time, it has always been just my mother and me. We moved many times to different places. My mother had many boyfriends. Some of these men were kind. Others were not kind. I learned to be strong and take care of myself. Now my mother is 41 years old. She told me she is pregnant. I did not believe her at first. She started to cry when she shared the news. Her boyfriend, Mark, had left her. He left her 1 week before she found out about the baby. I looked at her stomach. It was still flat. I thought, this is happening again. I had plans for this year. I wanted to go to college. I worked very hard to save money. I also got accepted into a good college. Going to college was my biggest dream. I imagined a new life for myself. I wanted to learn new things. I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to study computer engineering. This dream felt very close to me. I was excited for my future. I felt ready to start my own journey. But now, this news changed everything. The news of the baby made my future feel heavy. It felt like a big weight on my shoulders. My plans seemed far away again. I thought about what this meant for us. My mother would need a lot of help. She would need help with the baby. She would need money. I always felt like the adult in our house. I always took care of things. Now, it seemed I would need to do it again. I wanted to be happy for my mother, but I also felt worried. I felt worried about my own life. I had worked hard for my chance. I had saved money for a long time. I had waited for this moment. Now, I was not sure what to do. My dreams were important to me, but my mother was also important. This new situation made me think a lot. It made me think about my past. It made me think about my future. I was at a difficult point. I had to make a big choice soon. My life was about to change in a way I did not expect. 2. A mother's need. Olivia started to take care of her mother, Frankie. Frankie was often sick and very tired because she was pregnant. Olivia cooked meals every day. She cleaned their small apartment carefully. She also helped her mother feel better when she was sad and worried. Frankie often cried, and Olivia would sit with her. Olivia always told her mother to rest. She made sure Frankie ate her food, even when she did not want to. Frankie would sometimes smile weakly. "You are all I have, Olivia," she would say. Olivia did not say anything back, but she felt a familiar sadness inside her heart. It was not a new feeling. For many years, Olivia had been the one to take care of things in their home. She had been like an adult since she was a young girl. She always helped her mother when her mother could not help herself. This situation felt very much like she was doing it all again now. It was like a circle that never ended. One quiet evening, Olivia found her mother crying softly in the living room. Frankie was looking at her phone, her face wet with tears. Mark does not answer my calls, Frankie said, her voice full of deep sadness. Olivia wanted to tell her mother that Mark would never call back, but Olivia kept quiet. She just sat down next to her mother on the old sofa and put her arm around her shoulder. She tried to be strong for both of them. They sat in silence for a few minutes. The small apartment was very quiet. Then Frankie slowly looked at Olivia. Her eyes were red and tired. "You will help me with the baby, right?" she asked in a small voice. Olivia froze completely. The words made her stop moving. Her mind became very still, like ice. She had important plans for her own life. She had worked hard for a long time to save money. Her biggest dream was to go to college. She wanted to study computer engineering. This was her chance, her big dream, and it was finally very close to happening. She had imagined her new life at college many times. She saw herself in new classes, learning exciting things and making new friends. She saw a future where she could be herself and follow her own path, away from all the problems at home. But now, her mother's simple question changed everything in a moment. Her mother wanted her to stay home again. She wanted Olivia to help with the new baby. Olivia felt a deep conflict inside her heart. Should she give up her own dreams to help her mother again? Or should she finally follow her own path and leave her mother alone with a new baby and no father? The choice felt very heavy and unfair. She did not know what to say or what to do. Her future, which had seemed so clear and bright, was now very unsure and full of doubt. 3. My big choice. The next morning, Olivia woke up early. The small apartment was quiet. She looked around. On the kitchen table, there were many small baby clothes. Her mother had already washed them. Now, she was carefully folding each tiny item. A small smile was on her face as she worked. Olivia watched her for a moment. Her mother looked happy, thinking about the new baby. But Olivia remembered her own dreams. She had worked so hard to save money. She had a place at college. This was her chance to start her own life, a life different from what she had always known. A part of her wanted to stay to help her mother. She felt a pull of love and duty, but another part, stronger now, told her she must go. She had to choose herself this time. She walked to the table. "Mom," Olivia said softly. Her voice was a little shaky. "I can't stay. I'm going to college next week." Her mother stopped folding a small blue sock. She looked up, her eyes wide with surprise. The smile left her face. She looked scared. "Olivia, you can't leave me now," she said quickly. Her voice was full of fear. "You know I need you very much." "I am pregnant and alone. I am so scared." She put her hands on Olivia's arm. "Please, don't go. Stay with me." Olivia felt a deep sadness. She wanted to hug her mother tightly. She wanted to tell her everything would be okay. But she knew she could not. She had to be strong, not just for her mother, but for herself too. She took a deep breath. "Mom, I have always been here," Olivia said, her voice firmer now. "I have helped you since I was a small child. I have taken care of things for a long time, but I cannot raise your baby. This is my life. I need to live it for myself." Her mother's face changed. The fear turned into anger. Her eyes looked hurt, then cold. There was a long silence in the room. Olivia waited, her heart beating fast. Then her mother spoke. Her words were sharp and cold. "Go, then," she said. "Maybe you are just like your father. You leave when things get hard." The words felt like a punch. They hurt Olivia deeply. But she did not cry. She knew she had made her choice. She had to leave, even if it meant pain. She turned, picked up her bag that was already packed, and walked out of the apartment. She did not look back. For a new life, college started. It was a new world for Olivia. The campus was big and full of students. Classrooms were busy, and the library was always open. Olivia met new people. They talked about their dreams. Olivia tried to smile and join in. She wanted to feel free and happy, like everyone else. She studied hard for her computer engineering classes. She ate with her new friends, but even when she laughed, a part of her felt heavy. She often thought about her mother, Frankie. At night, in her small dorm room, Olivia felt alone. She missed the sounds of her old home. Her mother often sent her messages. Olivia's phone would light up. "The doctor says it is a girl," one message read. Another said, "I cannot sleep." Sometimes her mother wrote, "I wish you were here." Olivia did not answer these messages at first. She believed that if she stayed away, her mother would learn to be strong. Olivia wanted her mother to find her own way without Olivia's help. But one evening, a new message came. It was a photo. Olivia saw her mother in the picture. Her mother's belly was very big now. Her face looked pale. She looked tired, even in the photo. Olivia felt a deep sadness in her heart. She knew her mother was alone and struggling. It was hard to see her like that. Olivia still could not go back, but she wanted to help. Olivia found a part-time job at the campus library. She worked in the evenings after classes. It was not a lot of money, but it was enough. Each week, Olivia took some of her earnings. She sent the money to her mother. Olivia did not tell her mother. She just wanted her mother to eat well and buy things for the baby. Olivia hoped the money would help. She still believed she had to live her own life, but she could not stop caring. One night, Olivia was studying. Her phone rang. It was her mother. Olivia answered, and her mother's voice sounded weak. "Olivia," her mother said slowly, "I have met someone." Olivia listened, surprised. She wondered who this new person could be. Her mother sounded a little happier, but also scared. Olivia did not know what to think. She just listened. It was a new change, a new step for her mother. Olivia felt a mix of hope and worry. 5, a new man, Olivia's mother called. She had met someone new. His name was Daniel. Her mother said he was kind and gentle. He was older than her mother. He worked at the hospital. Daniel helped her with many things, her mother told Olivia. He even went to her doctor's visits. This sounded good, but Olivia felt unsure. Her mother often chose the wrong men. It was hard for Olivia to trust this new person right away. Olivia decided to visit home that weekend. She wanted to see her mother and meet Daniel. She took the train. When she arrived, Daniel was there. He was a tall man. He was quiet, but his eyes looked kind. Olivia watched him closely. He seemed very helpful. He cooked with her mother in the kitchen. He smiled at Olivia. He made her feel welcome in her own home. After dinner, Olivia's mother felt tired. She went to bed early. Daniel did not leave. He stayed and cleaned the dishes. He did not ask for help, he just did it. Olivia watched him. He worked calmly and without complaint. This was different from other men her mother had known. One time, Daniel spoke to Olivia. "Your mother is a strong woman," he said softly, "but she needs peace." Olivia listened. His words felt true. She saw how he treated her mother. He was careful and caring. He was not like the others. He seemed to truly care for her mother's comfort. Olivia started to feel a change. She still remembered past hurts. But Daniel was different. He was patient. He was kind. He was helpful. He brought a calm feeling to their small home. Olivia slowly began to like him. Maybe her mother had found a good man this time. It was a new feeling for Olivia, a small hope. She watched him one more time. He finished cleaning and turned off the kitchen light. He seemed like a good person. 6. The baby comes. One evening my phone rang. It was Daniel. His voice sounded urgent. "Frankie is in labor," he said quickly. "You should come to the hospital." My heart started to beat fast. This was it. The baby was coming. I felt a mix of nerves and excitement. I quickly packed a small bag. I bought a train ticket for the next train leaving town. The train journey felt long. Each minute passed slowly. I looked out the window at the dark fields. I thought about my mother. I hoped she was strong. I hoped everything would be okay. I also thought about Daniel. He was there for her. That made me feel a little better. I wondered what my new sister would look like. A baby, a real baby in our family. It was a strange thought after so much time alone. When I finally arrived at the hospital, it was late at night. I found my mother in a room. She was in pain, her face wet with sweat. She was holding Daniel's hand very tightly. He looked tired but strong. He looked at me and gave a small, kind smile. I walked to her side. I took her other hand. For the first time in many years, I felt like we were a real family, all together in this important moment. It was a warm feeling, even with all the pain. We waited for a long time. The hours passed slowly. Then we heard a new sound. A small, loud cry filled the room. The doctor smiled. "It's a girl," he said. My mother let out a big breath. A wave of relief washed over us. My little sister was finally here. I felt a happy tear run down my cheek. A new life had just begun. My mother held the baby in her arms. She looked so small and perfect. My mother's face was full of love. Tears ran down her face, but they were happy tears. "Her name is Hope," my mother whispered softly. Hope. It was a beautiful name. Daniel put his arm around my mother's shoulder. For a short moment, I saw my mother smile with such pure joy, like she used to when I was a very small child. It was a special moment for all of us, but the happiness soon brought new worries. The hospital bills started to arrive. They were many and they cost a lot of money. My mother was tired from giving birth and taking care of a newborn baby. Daniel started to work more hours. He took extra shifts at the hospital to earn more money. He tried to help with all the new costs. I saw their tired faces and their worry. I wanted to help them very much, but my college exams were coming soon. I needed to study hard to pass. I felt a big pull in two directions. My family needed me, but my future and my studies also needed me. It was a very difficult time. We needed more money, but I could not stop my important college work. 7, a hard lesson. Olivia was at college, busy with her studies. One evening, her phone rang. It was her mother, Frankie. Olivia answered. Her mother's voice was not normal. It was shaky and full of sadness. "Olivia," her mother said, "something bad happened." Olivia felt her heart beat faster. "What is it, Mom?" she asked. "Daniel's wife," Frankie whispered. "She came to see me today." Olivia did not understand. "Daniel's wife?" she repeated. "What do you mean?" "He has a wife, Olivia," Frankie said. Her voice broke. "He never told me. He lied to me." Olivia felt a deep shock. Her mind went blank for a moment. Daniel, the kind man who helped her mother, the man who was with them when Hope was born, he was married. This news hit Olivia hard. A wave of anger came over her. How could Daniel do this? How could he lie to her mother? Her mother had trusted him. Olivia had started to like him too. This was a terrible lie. "Mom, I'm coming home," Olivia said quickly. "No, Olivia, you don't have to," Frankie said, but her voice was weak. "Yes, I do," Olivia insisted. She ended the call. She packed a small bag very fast. She felt a mix of anger and deep worry. Her mother had been hurt many times before. This was another painful betrayal. Olivia bought a train ticket. The journey felt long. She thought about her mother, alone with baby Hope. The next morning, Olivia arrived at her old house. She opened the door slowly. The house was quiet. She walked into the living room. Her mother was there. Frankie was sitting on the floor. She was holding baby Hope in her arms. Hope was sleeping peacefully, but Frankie's face was wet with tears. Her eyes were red. She looked very sad. Olivia knelt down next to her mother. "Mom," she said softly. Frankie looked up. Her eyes were full of pain. "I thought he was different, Olivia," she said. Her voice was just a whisper. "I really thought he was good. I trusted him." Olivia's heart ached for her mother. She wanted to make everything right, but she could not. She just sat there next to her mother. She put her arm around Frankie. She did not say, "I told you so." She knew those words would only hurt her mother more. Frankie was already in so much pain. Olivia held her mother close. She felt Hope's small, warm body. Hope was so innocent. Olivia knew she had to be strong for both of them. This was a hard lesson for her mother. It was a lesson about trust and lies. Olivia promised herself she would help her mother. They would face this difficult truth together. 8. Our new start. Many weeks went by after the sad news about Daniel. My mother stopped talking to him. It was a hard time for her. She was upset, but she was also strong. She knew she had to think about herself and about baby Hope. She focused on her 2 daughters. Soon, my mother found a job. It was at a small cafe in our town. She served coffee and cakes to people. The work was not easy. She was tired at the end of each day, but she earned money, and this helped us. It felt good to see her working and taking care of us. She started to feel more independent. I started to visit home more often. I took the train every other weekend. When I was there, I helped my mother. I cleaned the house, cooked meals, and played with baby Hope. Hope was growing quickly. She was a happy baby. Her smiles made everyone feel better. The house felt lighter. The sadness slowly left our home. One afternoon, my mother and I were sitting together. Hope was sleeping in her crib. My mother looked at me. Her eyes were soft. "Olivia," she said, "I am sorry for everything. I was selfish before. You should not have had to carry my problems." I held her hand. It was a warm feeling. "It is okay, Mom," I told her. "We are both learning. Life is not always easy, but we can learn from our mistakes." We sat there for a long time. We did not say much more, but we understood each other. It was a new feeling of peace between us. Baby Hope started to walk. Her first steps were small and shaky. We clapped and cheered for her. Her little steps filled our small apartment with joy and laughter. My mother smiled often now. Her smiles were real. She was not smiling because of a man. She was smiling because of her daughters. Hope was a bright light for us. I realized something important during this time. Life can bring pain. It can bring lies and broken dreams. But it can also bring new starts. It can bring happiness again. I was not a perfect daughter. My mother was not a perfect mother. But we found a way to be okay. We found peace in forgiving each other. Now, when I study at college, I sometimes hear Hope's soft voice in my mind. She calls my name. I smile when I think of her. I know that even in the hardest times, love finds a way. Our family was not perfect, but it was strong. We had each other. We had hope. And that was enough for a new start.